Good afternoon. I'm Chris Adams, President and CEO of Park Place Technologies. I have the privilege of being your keynote speaker today, and I'd like to personally welcome you to the 33rd Annual Weatherhead 100 Awards Celebration. For me, having this opportunity is an amazing milestone for two reasons. First off, I am a Weatherhead graduate. I frankly just paid off my student loans a few years ago. More importantly, I still remember what it felt like the first time Park Place won the award in 2006. We were thrilled. We were this small Northeast Ohio tech company, and being a Weatherhead 100 felt like we had finally made it. Little did we know then we would become a perennial winner. I'm proud to say this is our 14th time as a Weatherhead 100 winner. When we started, we were a small Northeast Ohio company with approximately 100 employees and roughly $10 million in revenue. Today, we are a global company with over 2,300 employees, 21,000 customers in 150 countries, and nearly $600 million in revenue. Our story is fun, but not unique. It's the story of many Weatherhead 100 winners. By way of introduction, Park Place started in 1991 as a used computer hardware reseller. Over time, we adapted and became a data center maintainer. Simply put, we sell service contracts on big computers. Today, we are the world's leader in network and data center maintenance and optimization. We provide a host of services intended to make our customers' data centers run as efficiently as possible. Our history is really a tale of the many entrepreneurs who together made Park Place a success. And that is the same story of the Weatherhead 100, an award that recognizes the tenacity and success of the greatest entrepreneurs in the Cleveland business community. This is the 33rd annual award ceremony. For fun, I looked up some facts from the first year of the Weatherhead 100. Die Hard was just released, Greg Louganis won 2 diving gold medals despite having a concussion, and Cal Ripken played his 1,000th game. I suspect some of you may not even know some of those names. For Weatherhead, it's 33 years of the who's who in our business community. Companies that have been honored consistently during the past 10 years include Highland Software, Mobility Networks, Mazzella Holding Companies, and Garland Industries. History is great, but more importantly, being a Weatherhead winner is a predictor of the successes yet to come. How many stories like ours are out there right now waiting to be told? How many of you are looking to expand, acquire, hire, and invest? How many of you are pondering what risks you should take and how they could pay off? Someday, one of you will have the same privilege I do today, telling your story as a keynote speaker and Centurion winner. Who out there is the next Highland, Mazzella, or even Park Place? These are great stories for our community, and they all started with a few dedicated entrepreneurs putting the pedal to the metal and deciding to go out and build something great. This year's 100 companies represent tens of thousands of jobs and billions of dollars in revenue. In the end, awards are great and the stories are fun, but for me, the real measure of success is in the day-to-day wins each of our businesses contribute to our community. Success in business starts with top-line growth. If you can't grow revenue, you won't be here. But what happens once you reach the revenue goals? Well, it certainly benefits the communities we live in. We create job growth, higher wages. We pay payroll taxes and income taxes. Our employees donate money and time to many local causes. For me, every time an employee shares a family milestone, it's a win. Marriages, babies, a new car or home, sending a child off to college, any bucket list item checked. It means we are doing something right. Those are my real measures of our day-to-day success and how we all benefit and grow together. It is an important part of all of our legacies here in the Northeast Ohio community. It is not just our individual businesses that win and prosper when the employees win. It is the business community as a whole that wins. How many of you have brought on teammates that were legacies from other great former and current Weatherhead winners? We build and continue to grow with not just our own legacies, but the legacies of those who came before us. As I think back to our first award and what our company looked like and compare it to where we are today, we have so many employees who have grown up with Park Place, starting families, achieving personal goals, and creating their own legacies. I am sure many of you know this feeling. Each one of these small wins is a building block that will drive our success for many years to come. And with those years of success will come many new chapters and challenges for your business and ours. Although this award is an annual one, the story of a Weatherhead winner is not an annual story. It's not something you want to win once. It's something you want to win every year. It's a marathon with no finish line, where we stop occasionally to recognize intervals as milestones of success. Each time we complete a leg, we should take a minute to enjoy. But we all know that there is someone always chasing us, so we need to get back up and start running again. That leg will have new and different challenges, and those of us who keep showing up here did so because we love the race and never want to quit. For Park Place, those challenges have been many. In 2006, when we first won this award, we were a small upstart with no brand recognition or name recognition in our industry. Our competitors are names you are familiar with: HP, IBM, Dell, EMC. The first miles of our marathon were simply getting people to know who we were. Years passed, and we drove our brand and became well known in our industry. We then found a new leg to run: international expansion. In time, we conquered it as well, paused for a few high fives, and found a new challenge. We decided we wanted to become an acquirer. We had no experience buying companies, and many told us we were in over our head. It's too complicated. You don't have the skill sets. How are you going to integrate these businesses? In the end, we're entrepreneurs, and as a good entrepreneur, we tuned out the noise and went after the prize. We ran that leg just like the rest, with nearly 20 acquisitions in the last 5 years. As milestones and footnotes go, our 2020 acquisition of Curvature was a big one for me and the company. Curvature was the largest provider in our industry and the brand standard for many years. In 2006 and again in 2008, they tried to acquire us. I remember sitting in a meeting with them in 2008 thinking to myself, someday I'm going to buy these guys. In 2020, we finally did it, and in doing so, became the undisputed industry leader and the largest by a factor of 3x. I sat down that day we closed and I had a beer. The next day, the high fives were over again, and it was time to figure out what's next. For us, this means expanding our offerings and driving a new array of services and technologies for our next decade of growth. For all of you, I would challenge you to do the same and figure out what's next. If you want to be here next year, don't ever be satisfied with where you are in the race. You just keep running as fast as you can. This virtual room is full of successful businesses and business leaders. All of us together are creating an environment in Northeast Ohio that is attracting talent and growth, which in turn drives prosperity for our region. Interesting fact: during the pandemic, Ashley Peterson, an editor for LinkedIn News, measured LinkedIn data to determine where most people moved during the pandemic. You may or may not be surprised to know Cleveland was 5th, behind Salt Lake City, Jacksonville, Richmond, and Sacramento. For those of us in tech, in December 2021, LinkedIn released data on tech movers, and Cleveland was the second largest gainer at 20% of inflow versus outflow. Where are all these people coming from? San Francisco, New York, Boston, Chicago, and even our neighbors in Cincinnati had the highest declines in inflow, outflow of tech workers. This amazing measure of success is a byproduct of all of your success. You're all creating the jobs these people are coming here to take. Park Place started with a small office in Chagrin Falls. We shared the building with several doctors and dentists and had to navigate the halls with parents chasing their kids. Now, we have our own beautiful 100,000 square foot global headquarters that's home to 500 employees. We started with a vision, and it has evolved numerous times, each vision more ambitious than the last. That's our 15-year journey from first-time winner to keynote speaker and Centurion winner. Now, it's time for one of you to take the mantle. Someone out there is just starting a new idea that one day will drive hundreds or even thousands of jobs and millions in wages and tax revenue, all benefiting our community. In closing, I would like to congratulate all the winning Northeast Ohio companies on this year's list. You may be an upstart or a Centurion winner, but you are all here because you earned your place. Personally, I would like to thank Case Western Reserve University and the Weatherhead School of Management for my amazing education and for recognizing our company as a local success. It's a testament to Case Western Reserve University's credibility and standing in the community that the Weatherhead 100 remains a prestigious and coveted award. Case Western Reserve University is a benchmark for quality education, and it is an honor and privilege to again be included in this year's Weatherhead 100 list along with all of you. Thank you.